Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Stats. I am Becky, your instructor, and pardon my bad hair. I just got out of the shower and I didn't feel like doing it. So I'm sitting on my couch in my living room, and I'm here to tell you about the class. And I love this class. This is by far my favorite class to teach, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do. So you can see in the background we've got the Blackboard shell. So this is what you're going to see when you open your class the first day. And I just want to walk through a few things so that you aren't kind of blindsided on the first day, because there's a lot to take in. And in the summer, right, 8 weeks, so it's condensed. We're basically doing 2 weeks in the matter of one, so you've got to really make sure you stay on top of things. So I want to start with the Start Here button, because that is where the important stuff comes. So hopefully my computer keeps up. In the Start Here button, you will see the Syllabus and the Course Calendar button, and that is obviously where all the goodness lies. So the syllabus lies there, and you've got your calendar activities. And the calendar of activities is what I want to bring up and show you, because this is where the due dates are. So due dates are always 11:59 for all homework and quizzes. So you will see here, Chapter 1, you've got your intro discussion board, tell me about yourself. I think there's a video you need to watch. Not this one, a different one. The Chapter 1 homework, Chapter 1 quiz, and the proctor site information, which I'll talk about again in a minute. But you'll notice that that is due on the 11th. I think that's Thursday. So class starts on Monday. Your first assignment is due Thursday. So you really need to jump right in. You don't have time to sit back and wait till the weekend. You will miss the entire first chapter if you wait until the weekend to start. So please, please, please get going quickly. And if you have questions, let me know. The one change besides the 11:59 due date is when we get to the exams. You have to take your exams at a proctored location. That can be an Ivy Tech campus, that can be IU Indy, that can be the University of Minnesota at Mankato. It can be a library. It can be anywhere that has a proctor that is willing to vouch for you being there. I will need their information because I have to talk to all of them. But if you're taking it at an Ivy Tech location and they close at 8 p.m. on Thursday and they don't test on Friday, you need to know that, because you don't get an extension because you failed to plan. So you want to make sure that you plan your midterm and your final exam ahead of time. Make an appointment, because that will save you in the long run. Not planning is not an excuse to get an extension. And I will say no, and you will get a 0, and that's just how it is. So I'm telling you now, be prepared. Okay? All right, so I would recommend you can print it out. Here's a printer-friendly course calendar. That way you know exactly when things are due. And of course, if you have questions, let me know. We talked about the discussions. You can access those through the discussions button. And if you go, you will notice that the Cyber Cafe and the Help Forum, these are general. At any point in time, you can post in either one of those. If you post in the Help Forum, I will check that periodically, maybe once a day or every other day. And if you just have a random question, you can post there. I will respond, maybe other students will respond, and we can kind of have our own chat. This first discussion board, number 1, the intro, you can see there's already a post. I did it today. So I did my intro. So make sure you're paying attention, answering all the questions going through, and as long as you do it and you fulfill what's needed, you're going to get your points. Those are pretty cut and dry basic. But again, let me know if you have questions. Number 3 on I've got a whole list of things I'm talking about. So number 3 on the list is the class sessions button. This is probably where you're going to spend the majority of your time, because this is where all the good stuff happens. So you print out your course calendar, and you know that the first 4 days of the class is Chapter 1. So here in Chapter 1, due on the 11th, right? You can see that. If you click on that, it will bring up everything available in Chapter 1. So it tells you the overview, what's happening, and then we get down to the excitement. So learning activities. This is where you can get PowerPoints, videos, lecture notes. The key to the lecture notes, right? Here's a video lecture on Chapter 1. The intro to StatCrunch, we will use that throughout the course to do the work. And also, you can use StatCrunch, Excel, and a graphing calculator on your midterm and final. That's new. In the past, you could only use a calculator, so I'm very excited. Some additional helpful videos. And here, okay, so we have the PowerPoint down here. and then you can see the My Math Lab. So all of your homework and quizzes are done in My Math Lab, period. There is no handwritten homework in this class. So it's all My Math Lab, and you can see here's the 6 videos for each section. So that might be very helpful for you. You also can read the book on your own. You have an ebook that came with it, right? So this is what the book looks like if you buy it. But the ebook is within this class. And I believe if you click on this, it comes right to it. You have the opportunity, I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, but you have the opportunity to buy the book, hard copy. It will actually be loose leaf paper, 3-hole punched from the bookstore. I think it costs you like a penny for the book and then like $2.99 for shipping. It costs less than $10 for sure to get a hard copy of that. So I'm a big fan of, I like to be able to see things. I want to be able to flip back and forth. I work way better that way. If you are one of those people and only you know that, that might be a good way for you to go. Otherwise, the ebook is very, it's good. If I leave my book on my desk at work, I have no trouble using the ebook to flip through things at home. So it is useful. The hardback book might be useful for some people. It totally depends on how you roll. So go with it. Let me go back to chapter 1. So that was the learning activities, and that's where you're going to get a lot of the instructional material. And then when you're ready to do homework, if you go to assignments and assessments, that will take you, so you have the discussion board for Unit 1. Submit your proctor site. This is where you will click and you will type in Betty Davis at University of Indianapolis. Her phone number is blah, 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 blah. Her email address is this. This is the address of the campus. Please make sure you give me all the information. And if I don't have it all, I will email you and say, I need more information. So check your Ivy Tech email, because that is what I will use. So please do that. And then you have, whoop, wrong way. You've got homework and a quiz. So if you click on this homework button, it's going to take you to my math lab. Do we want to do that right now? Yeah, why not? So this will open up a new link here on my computer, take you to my math lab. My computer is super old, so good it loaded. So you will see chapter 1 all the way down, including a midterm exam review homework. You can also see scores, because I do everything you do. If there's a homework assignment, I do it. If there's a quiz, I do it. If there's a project, I do it. So there's nothing in this class that you're going to do that I am not doing also. So that helps me answer questions, kind of predict where questions are going to come up. You just got to let me know what you need. From here, you can also hit the quizzes and tests button. That'll take you to your quizzes. You will see the midterm exams. You cannot take the exams without your proctor, because your proctor will have the passwords. What's the password? Okay, so that is the class sessions. So that's where I got to this, remember. So class sessions has links to all the homework. It also has links to all of your video resources or anything else to help you learn the material, including the textbook. Now, you do have 3 projects, 1, 2, and 3 projects in this class, and that's new. There used to only be 2. So I'm kind of excited to see what these projects are all about. The first project is assigned in Lesson 2. So under Session 2 assignments and assessments, you will see Project 1. So it says the first project covers the first 4 chapters. So I would recommend printing this out, or at least bringing it up and being aware of what it is asking you to do. Because the sooner you get started on that, you've got homework, you've got quizzes, you've got a midterm to start prepping for, you've got 3 projects in 8 weeks. There's a lot going on. So you want to make sure you budget your time and pay attention to due dates. If you stay on top of things, this class is completely manageable. Ooh, excuse me again. And you will succeed greatly. If you get behind early, you will be treading water and you will feel like you are drowning. So you want to stay on top of things quickly. Print out the course calendar. Everything that you need is on the course calendar. When projects are assigned and when they are due are both on there. So do that. You also have a StatCrunch user guide and an Excel manual to help you do that. I will be using these things as well, so as questions come up, feel free to shoot me an email. I'm usually pretty quick at getting back with email, so hit me up when you have questions. That's what I'm here for. Okay. Another good button to have and be aware of is this resources button. And this resources button has everything in it. So the first thing, nobody else taking this class in the state is going to have this first resource. And this is my website. So last summer I created a website for my stats class, and it's got just all kind of random videos of me working out some problems. So if you need additional examples, you can look at this website. It's not too intense. There's not a whole lot of stuff on it, but it's decent. And if you need more examples of something, shoot me an email and ask. I will create more examples and put them on that website, and then everybody can benefit. So you really just need to ask. Ask and you shall receive. But a few more resources. Again, there's the textbook and a link if you need to learn about how to use an ebook, the StatCrunch user guide, the Excel user guide. Again, here's the project. So this button will give you all 3 projects right there. So if you want to just print them all out at the beginning, knock yourself out. You can also get to all of your My Math Lab things. StatCrunch, your study plan. Oh my gosh, I only have a few minutes left before the video cut out. But in My Math Lab, there are 2 things I want to show you. One is the study plan. If you are, and I'm not going to go into it, but if you're stuck, what the heck? If you're stuck on something, you're like, I really need more help in Chapter 4, the study plan bases off of how you've done in your homework and your quizzes. So it adapts to what you've already done. So because I am not finished with Chapter 1, I still have things in Chapter 1 that I can work on. And it's just additional practice. This isn't part of your grade. You don't get bonus points for doing it, but it may help you just get the content. So I like the study plan. And you can work whatever you want on it. So just be aware that it exists. And then the other thing is the multimedia library. So the multimedia library is a way to go through the textbook. So let's pretend we're in Chapter 4 and Section 2, the least squares regression, is just killing you. So if you hit select all and hit find now, it's going to give you all of these things, regression by eye. Here's the PowerPoint, some StatCrunch things. There's the textbook, a video, and then videos that show you actual examples. So these examples are in the textbook, and they go through, and you can see one of them is nearly 20 minutes long, but there are additional videos that might help you understand the content. So again, you don't have to do that, but I like to make sure you guys know what your resources are, because there's no worse feeling than being in an online class and feeling like you're out in the middle of the ocean by yourself, because I can't swim. So, yeah, that's pretty much the class in a nutshell. And the big thing to remember is that I'm here for you. So under the instructor button, if you think, oh, I don't know how to get a hold of her, well, you just lost that. Because, well, first of all, you can read that and look at my picture I posted. But here's my information. So email is probably the easiest way to get a hold of me because I have it on my phone. I get it all the time. This is my office number. I'm only in my office 2 days a week this summer. But if you leave me a voicemail, it routes right to my email, and I get that everywhere. So feel free to shoot me an email, call me, whatever. And Blackboard by I'm on it if I'm in my office. And if these office hours don't work for you, but you want to set up a time to meet to go over some stuff, rock on. I am free most Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I live in Fort Wayne, but if you want to meet, I can totally make the drive in and work with you. I'm open to that. You just have to communicate and let me know what I can do for you. So again, I'm Becky. I love stats, and I'm very excited to help you succeed this summer. So let me know what I can do for you, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.